Hello, everyone. I am so happy you found me, and I'm so happy that I found you. Welcome to my channel. As I always say, if you're here listening to this video, it is divinely timed. There's no coincidence or mistake. You were, you were brought here for a reason, and I hope that what I say may be meaningful and a seed planted in fertile ground to grow and blossom. As always, subscribe, like, follow, share, comment. Today, if you can see behind me, this should be one word, but I couldn't spell it out and you would be able to see me. But I want to start hashtag coronavirus poverty as one word. Hashtag coronavirus poverty. I just did a video on poverty and how it breaks the spirit and how difficult it is to continue on, and it's stress and depression. And right now we're facing the pandemic of COVID-19, and we just had a very strong Hurricane Laura, to hit the Gulf Coast and affect people with their houses now gone, businesses destroyed. And we also have the problem of mostly peaceful demonstration with some rioting and destroying property, and no one likes property to be destroyed. We all in 2020 are facing poverty, and poverty robs the spirit. Poverty leads to depression. Like I said, it affects children also. And what I mean about poverty, there are several people facing evictions from their home with nowhere to go due to not being employed while the epidemic is trying to be handled. And then if there are jobs open, people are still afraid to go to those jobs because they don't want to be infected or take the risk of infecting their children or elderly parents. So now people incomes are dwindling. There's a lot of rationing. Many people are at food banks getting food. People are talking about the children need to be in school because that's where one of their nutritious meals come from. But we all are facing an economic change. Even people that are high middle class now, with business, the lower salaried employees not coming out, and the government stimulus money and unemployment money is saying, oh my goodness, we're giving them money, more money than they actually make, working 40 hours a week. So now it is brought to light that we know that you can work 40 plus hours at a job and still not be able to afford housing, insurance, cell phone and car bills. And the government is now recognizing this, but they're not saying we need to pay these people this amount of money to go to work. You say, let's not give them a lot of money to just stay at home. Why don't you say, let's give this money to them if they return to work? No one is saying that. So I'm saying poverty. Some parts of poverty is just has to be, but some poverty is really can be fixed. There's a solution to it. So coronavirus poverty is sweeping. We will be a different nation, families, communities, states, even when COVID-19 is under control. But I want people to know, with storm destruction, natural disasters, fires burning in California, destroying homes, we're going to be going into the regular flu season. It is going to be very difficult for families to sustain themselves without help. And that's what the ones that are working home are have it pretty good. But all in all, coronavirus has made its own poverty, its own economic demographic. And I think we should be paying that attention and looking out for each other. So at every chance you can get, I would love for you to put hashtag coronavirus poverty when you're listing things or businesses going out, the farmer can't afford anything. I think we need to draw attention to this hashtag, coronavirus poverty. One word, okay? Thank you so much for tuning in. And we all are in this together, and we're going to do what is needed to do to lift us out. But most of all, I hope for people who want to work, there can be a living wage so they can find housing and food and insurance. We need to change. Maybe this time in our lives for this natural occurrence was meant for us to stop and change and do better as a superpower that cares for its own, and do not walk away from the poor and vulnerable, but lift them up. Because a lot of the people who are out of jobs and are fearful of going back were still poor, considered with the average income of $20,000 a year. It's considered poverty in all the states. So hopefully you'll see this, people. Stay full of hope. Do not let your heart become stone. Let not helplessness become the natural state. Reach out, touch people, be a voice saying, I need this, because poverty can either bring a revolution or crime. Let it bring a revolution of change, that we go into 2021 wiser than we were, and having information and implementing it, put it to feet, make it go. Getting into good trouble is what we need to do for so many who find themselves now in a different income bracket, having to try to build up again. We just pray and we stick together that this too shall pass, and we will be the better for it as caring, compassionate, kind people. All right. Thank you very much.